Hey everybody, we got a quick update yesterday. We talked about DoD's new memo on how it's handling performance cases. Now some people in the comments are asking, hey, what's the difference between Chapter 75 and 43? I think all federal employees should hear this, so let's break it down, and also why I think many federal employees who get a proposed removal should contact an attorney. So real talk, both chapters have always existed, but now DoD is leaning harder on Chapter 75, which might catch people off guard. If you get a proposed removal, I don't think you should wait. I think you should call a federal employee attorney right away if you're interested. I think your career is worth protecting. There's a lot attorneys can do. So here is the plain English breakdown. First, the difference between Chapter 43 and 75. So Chapter 43 is the performance lane. That's the chapter the agency needs to use if it wants to get you out. It has to prove your standards were clear, they were measurable, firm benchmark, and your work was truly unacceptable. You're supposed to get a real opportunity to improve. You need to get a PIP. If you meet that standard, that's it. The action stops. If they still move forward, they must prove by substantial evidence that you failed those standards and that they followed every procedural rule. It's highly technical, and so when they skip steps, you gain leverage. Again, they frequently have to prove that you were given a firm benchmark of what standard you needed to hit. Chapter 75 is the adverse action lane. Agencies sometimes label poor performance as a conduct issue to move it faster. They don't have to give you a PIP first, and they can say performance problems harm the efficiency of the service. They still have to prove that it occurred and warrants removal. You still get due process or written proposal, evidence are relying upon your right to respond, and they have to give a decision to pass as Douglas factors reasonableness tests. So these cases look stronger on paper to many people, but people who practice in this area, they might fall apart under legal scrutiny. So why does this matter? Well, when your defense strategy changes completely depending on which lane you're in, you kind of want to know. Under 43, again, we're targeting unclear standards, missing training, unrealistic workloads, sham PIPs. Under 75, we attack the process itself. Did they follow Douglas? Were the penalties consistent? Did they rush? Did they consider your past record potential to improve? Can they prove it? Even if they can prove it, is it warranting removal? Either way, there are many defenses. You need to know how to use them. Now let's talk about timing. The reality is most proposals only give you 7 calendar days to respond under DoD. That's weird. It's not a lot of time when your entire career is on the line. So once terminated, it's incredibly hard to get back in. Here's the truth also. Most employees try to handle this on their own, or they're embarrassed, angry, overwhelmed, but you only have days. We can analyze the proposal, get the materials relied upon, ask for an extension, craft a persuasive reply that positions you for settlement, mitigation, reversal. You want to know your real risks, reach out to us for a free consultation. I'm also concerned the DoD is going to offer VERA, VSIP, or early retirement as an escape hatch. Problem is, if you take one of those without asserting your rights, you could waive claims, lock yourself out of MSPB, EEO, or whistleblower protection where you could have saved your career. We'll tell you honestly whether your case is worth fighting, and if it is, we'll fight if that's what you want, that's your goals. Sometimes we stop removals before they happen, sometimes we resolve them quickly, sometimes we take them to the MSPB and win, sometimes we lose. Every case is different, but the key is to act fast if you're interested. Bottom line, if a proposal lands in your inbox, read it, then the next day I'd be reaching out to a federal employee attorney if you're interested. Your career, your clearance, your retirement, all of it's on the line, especially for longer term employees. Our team helps deal with proposals every day. You can reach us at fedlegalhelp.com/firm or attorneysforfederalemployees.com. If this has helped you, please share with a coworker who's nervous right now and drop your questions below. We'll cover them in the future. Remember, your job, your service, and your story matter. Please don't give up your rights before you know what they're worth. That's the major thing I'm concerned here. They'll throw some removals that aren't that strong and offer VERA and VSIP, and some people will just take it even though it's a bad deal. So again, I would reach out to an attorney if you're interested, if that happens to you, so you can get an outside perspective. Thank you everybody for your support. Take care and have a great day.